Just like in our house budget, the union budget of our country is also very, very important, because from our house budget we get to know where we can spend. Probably we can go more out to eat out in the restaurants, or we can have more focus on education. It could be more vacations for the family. And same way, the budget of the country gives us direction in terms of where the country is going, where they are focusing their spending, and because of that, which sectors and which stocks are about to get benefited in this journey. So in this session, rather than focusing on what to play intraday on the budget day, how to make most on that particular day, we will focus directionally which all are the sectors and stocks that can benefit. And if that direction is correct for us in terms of long term investing and positional investing, it can make a lot of money for us. So if you are ready for understanding which all sectors to focus and how to go deeper inside analysis of the budget and the overview of how the budget is going to look like, just type in ready in the comment box and let's dive in. Awesome. So you can actually watch this session slightly faster whenever you are watching the recording. But let me go through 6 different themes, which is the focus of BJP manifesto and where the government focuses. And that will help you to understand budget in a much, much better way. And you can understand where money is getting put more. And by the way, during this session, whatever stocks and the sectors and all the examples which I'm going to discuss, I'll be sharing a special gift with all of you. The PPT of whatever I'll be sharing during this session, you will be getting absolutely free in your inbox, and you can refer that for later reference so that you don't miss out on any of the analysis which we have done. Right. So let's begin this session and let's go deep dive. This is a quick SEBI disclaimer. I'm a SEBI-registered investment analyst, and we have this registration number. And I might have position in some of the stocks which I'm discussing, because the focus of presentation is mainly for examples where I'll be giving you understanding of different sectors which are going to benefit, and how different stocks which are listed in our stock market connects back to those sectors. But don't treat them like a stock recommendation. Treat it like for illustration and not recommended purposes. Okay, so the first sector which I want to talk about is infrastructure. Like all of us know that infrastructure is a big lack in our country, right? And the more we do, the better it is. And that is where there are a lot of key sectors which can benefit out of the focus of BJP manifesto in the infrastructure sector. So first, of course, we have seen railways. Then of course cement and power gets benefited. And for transformer, there is entire detailed video which I also did some time back. You can just go through this video, which is more on power sector, like how transformer can help our economy and what is the situation going on. And of course, broader infrastructure, definitely it is the focus area of government. And a lot of focus has been on the trains and railway sector. Again, I've done a detailed video on railway sector. If you're not watched, just type in Vivek Mashrani railway sector analysis, and I'm sure you should be able to find that particular video as well. So I'm not going deeper, but we'll try to understand what are the triggers and what is happening inside this particular sector. So first, we expect there will be continuation of lot of spending and focus which has gone into the roads. We have seen like amazing number of roads and kilometers of roads getting added, particularly on the highway side. Power sector, we have seen great boom in last couple of years, and that focus is continuing. And overall urban development and railways is where the government focus in terms of creating that multiplier effect is there. Now railways also, there is a lot of crunch and lot of new initiatives like dedicated freight corridor, modernization of the trains. You might have seen Vande Bharat and Amrit Bharat Express and Vande Metro. A lot of initiatives are being taken off. And even there have been a lot of train accidents of late, and because of that the focus also on the railway safety, and a lot of these equipment manufacturers is also there. So the sectors which can benefit because of the manifesto of government in terms of roads, power and urban development is railways, power, construction and infrastructure, and of course steel sector goes without saying. Some of the companies as an example which are listed in these space or these sectors, of course Titagarh rail system, which is one of the prime beneficiary if number of wagons are added and the railway sector is booming. BML, RVNL, L&T, which is a focus area of multiple infrastructure projects. Cement companies like L&T, Ambuja, Ultratech, all of these can benefit. In terms of transformer and power sector, you have a lot of companies like GE Hitachi Energy, HBL Power, and so on and so forth. Again, if you want to go through deeper in terms of the transformer sector, there is a detailed video which I have done couple of weeks back. You can just search Vivek Mashrani transformer sector and you should be able to find this video. So that is the first focus area of the government, where they are focusing more on the infrastructure side. Now the second very powerful and focus area which a lot of you might be knowing, and the non-obvious one we'll cover later, but these are some of the obvious ones. This is as you rightly might have thought in, is your defense sector. Okay, so defense sector has been in limelight, particularly from the Ukraine war, right? So once Russia started attacking Ukraine, they were not able to focus properly, and since then we have seen defense sector in focus, and it has only accelerated with Atmanirbhar Bharat that is also going on along with that. Now there are a lot of companies like HAL into the aerospace sector. Then there are a lot of ancillary companies. You have a lot of shipping related companies like Mazagon Dock, Cochin Shipyard. You have GRSC. A lot of these can benefit from this sector. Explosive companies, like there are companies like Premier Explosive, Solar Industries, they can benefit, and there are a lot of equipment manufacturing sectors in this as well. Okay, so that could also benefit, and along with that we are also focusing on the export side of these defense goods, so that can add more fire to the overall growth that is happening, right? So let me go to the next slide of defense, and let's understand what is the theme going on. So if you see the budget which was there, it is almost raised to 6.21 lakh crore in the interim budget which was in February, and there is a lot of capex which is going from the government side. They are spending a lot of money in terms of indigenization as well as modernization of defense capabilities. And even if you see the BJP manifesto, they have clearly highlighted that we want to increase the defense budget and we want to self-rely in terms of our defense needs slowly, and we will keep on increasing it. A lot of ancillary plays also, like in terms of technology, which is likes of data patterns. You have Zen technologies, which is also coming in a big way, and then others which I've already mentioned. So these are some of the examples. I might be holding positions in some of them, and I might be riding some of these stocks. But yeah, this is only for examples. Don't treat it like a recommendation. Okay. Then the third one is very, very powerful, which is green energy. Okay, so let's understand what is happening in green energy. And this is like a long-term structural theme also. Like if you see a lot of these negotiations which happen in the international forum, you see a lot of these negotiations are around how we can make climate sustainable, how we can use more and more green energy and reduce the dependence on coal and a lot of these other, things which are there. And particularly if you see even government of India, we also have deep focus in terms of solar as a alternate sources of renewable energy. And that is where a lot of subsectors can benefit from it. So as a core, there is renewable energy. Then we are also focusing on green hydrogen. And along with this, a very, very interesting theme is green financing. So how these projects around green energy can get financed and how that can enhance, that is also a very, very important theme. By the way, if you want to download this PPT which I am sharing with all of you, you can just go to this link, technofunda.co/union budget, and you should be able to download this PPT. You can keep it as a ready reference, and you can even use it for your learning purpose so that you can enhance your knowledge around all these different sectors and you can go deeper around it. The link is inside the description below the video as well, and you can easily download it by the URL which is go over here. So let's go and understand what is happening in green energy and what all companies can benefit out of it, right? So the budget is increasing, and the kind of focus we have seen in this is like crazy. Even for green hydrogen, there is a national green hydrogen mission which is there, and we have seen multifold rise in terms of allocation, in terms of budget for this particular sector also. And we have also emphasized on Panchamrit goals, which is to increase the non-fossil fuel capacity, which is basically renewable energy in our country. And we are focusing on building 500 gigawatts of capacity, which is massive. Okay, and the manifesto of BJP also mentioned all these things inside their manifesto as well. And some of the sectors related to this, particularly renewable energy financiers, are also very, very interesting. And companies which can benefit, or the examples of this sectors, if you want to think about, companies like Tata Power, there is company like Inox Wind, Suzlon Energy, we have Reliance Industry, JSW Energy, Wari Renewables, Ireda, and we have REC and PFC, which are again in terms of the financing in this space, and they have done quite well, and if things go fine, they can continue to do well, right? So that is more focus on the green energy theme which government has currently. Now, of course, when we think about country, majority of population of our country is still into farming and agriculture. So how can we leave that? And that is the next theme of our discussion, which is agri theme. By the way, if you want to know more about defense or renewables, there is again a video. You can search green energy Vivek Mashrani, and you will be able to find a detailed video on green energy and renewable energy, and you can go deep dive into it. And there is a video on defense sector. We were probably one of the earliest ones to find a defense sector and railway sector back in 2022. Okay, and there is a detailed video done over there on this particular sector as well, so you can go and check that out as well. Now let's come to the agri infrastructure, right? So what all things can be done on the agricultural side, and where is the focus of government? So agriculture has been like one of the integral part of our country, and focus on agriculture modernization and using a lot of techniques like drip irrigation and enhancing the productivity of agriculture has been forefront focus of the government. And apart from that, a lot of equipment manufacturer also benefit when these sectors get some more allocation and push. And as such, if you see, even the ancillary sector like agri chemicals can also benefit, right? So you have agri chemicals, you have agri equipments, and at the core you have the agri sector as an infrastructure, what we need to do. So this is what is the agri sector theme which is going on. And the government is also giving higher pricing, the MSP for major crops, that they are also strengthening the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. And the focus again is high MSP for crops and expansion of this PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. And the sectors which can benefit is of course direct seeds and all those kind of agri commodities which are there. But apart from that, as I said, chemicals and equipments, where companies like PI Industries, UPL, Sumitomo Chemicals, Dhanuka Agritech, Bharat Rasayan, Deepak Fertilizer, FACT, you have Escorts, Kubota, all these companies can again benefit, and they can take advantage from the focus of the government into this. Now, if you think about the overall agenda, generally the election has agenda in terms of roti, kapda, makan, right? So we have covered roti, which is farming. Kapda, of course, will come probably later, but makan is very, very important need for people of India. And that is where, almost every budget we have seen that there is a focus on housing, okay? And housing sector, again, there are multiple legs to it, but housing and real estate has been very, very integral part of almost all the budgets so far in our country, because the population is high and there are still a lot of people who need housing needs, and that is where the focus of housing is very, very powerful. Now, along with houses, you have some of the ancillary plays, right? So if you construct a house, if there is a real estate development, you need a lot of infrastructure inside the house also. So you have companies like wiring companies, you have piping companies, you have ply companies, you have interior decorations company. A lot of these companies also benefit. And most importantly, when you buy a house, you also take loan, like a housing loan. So housing financing companies also benefit out of this trend. So you have housing finance, you have real estate, and you have a lot of these cement as well as steel and interiors, whatever material goes inside it. All these companies benefit, and I'll share you some of the names of these sectors which can benefit inside this sector. So the affordable housing finance has been at the forefront of the government, where government is subsidizing buying of affordable houses. And there is a big scheme which is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which has been again continued, and a lot of incentives are given to people who want to buy affordable houses. And in the manifesto, they have promised to build 30 million new homes and improve the urban infrastructure. And the sectors to benefit are housing finance, real estate, cement, construction and interiors, and so on and so forth. And examples of listed companies inside this sector could be Hoodco, which is again into financing Home First. You have Aptus Value Housing, you have Awas Financiers, you have cement companies like Ambuja, Ultratech, DLF, Godrej Properties. And of course, along with this, a lot of companies which are into ancillary sector, like say piping, you have Astral, you have Prince Pipes. For wiring, you have Polycab and KEI. So a lot of these ancillary companies can also benefit if there is a lot of focus given to this particular sector. Now, roti, kapda and makan will come only when there are jobs and employment, which is there for the people. And that is again one of the major theme that has been going on, like how we can create more and more jobs and how we can create employment. And that has been again, in the manifesto of government, that how we can create jobs through some of the sectors which are mass employment creator. Of course, IT is anyways there, but apart from IT, in an unorganized sector or even in a less organized sector, how we can create jobs has been a big pressure area. So some of the sectors where they have done PLI schemes, and they are also focusing on giving incentives to all the MSMEs, has been likes of textiles, you have apparel, you have toys, and of course the tourism sector also now is picking up. And of course the core infrastructure companies have really good focus when it comes to creating mass jobs. Some of the listed companies that can benefit, L&T, PNC Infra, you have Kenara Constructions, you have likes of Indocount, Nitin Spinners. For tourism, you have likes of Indigo, Ease My Trip and Indian Hotels, and so on and so forth. So job creation again has been one of the major focus area. And textile is, again was in doldrum for many years, but now seems like the focus is coming back into this sector as well. And of course, tourism is a very high potential sector inside our country, and a lot of things can be happening there, right? So these are broad sectors and stocks which are, coming under the ambit of union budget this year. And I'm sure if you focus on the speech of budget and properly analyze it and connect the dots with the PPT which I am sharing, it will be very, very powerful learning for all of you. And by the way, if you are not yet part of our community, we do a lot of these deep dives in terms of sector and brainstorming, and use different tools to, find out these sectors. So if you want to learn more about it, you can always, join our free masterclass. You can go to this link, which is called technofunda.co/webinar. And you can understand how you can build system around buying, adding, selling, and how you can analyze and understand the stock selection process in a much, much better way and become much better investor. So that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the session. And the last but not the least, I always keep saying is, always be humble and keep compounding. And if you are not checked out 2 of my books, You Can Compound and Action, please go to Amazon and check it out. I am sure you will love it. And that's it for today. Hope this budget gives you a very, very new direction in terms of your investing journey. And believe me, if you find a sector where there is a focus of government and it has right incentive and right kind of pedigree to grow, you can find a multi-decadal story inside it. So please don't take this video lightly. Please analyze some of these sectors which we have discussed, go deeper into it, and I'm sure you will hit a gold mine by analyzing all these. So thank you so much again. Keep compounding and see you in the next video. Take care.